Council. Welcome to your committee on local government accounts. Before we start our meeting, Council Secretary, it's a custom and tradition that we confer immunity on you and your team, that before you engage, we confer that immunity, that whatever you say before this committee cannot be used against you, even in the courts of law, as long as you remain factual and you tell the truth. However, the same Cap 12 of the laws of Zambia can be used against you if you willfully choose to mislead this committee or give information. So it's a caution that you must remain factual and give facts to this committee. No doubt, personally choose to mislead or give. We want the information that will help us come up with a good report that we shall present before the floor of the House. With that said, I want to once again welcome you and ask that you introduce yourself in person and allow your colleagues also to do the same in person. Your name and position at Chama Council. With this said, thank you very much.
Thank you, Chair. I'm Francis Muziani, the Council Secretary for Chama Town Council.
Good morning, Chair. Good morning, members of this committee. My name is Kisanga Mwini. I'm the Director of Finance.
Good morning, Chair. Good morning, the members of the committee. My name is Felix Pire, the Chief Human Resource Officer.
Good morning, Chair. Good morning, honorable members. I'm Evans Sibiri Shokwe, the Internal Auditor at Chama Town Council.
Honorable Nanjua is determined to see to it that the challenge.
Good morning, Chair. Good morning, members of the committee. My name is I'm the Director Planning.
And good morning, members of the committee. I'm Mofwe Patrick Kaonga, Assistant Director of Engineering.
Good morning, Chair. Good morning, members of the committee. My name is Isaac Nyimba, the Socio-Economic Planner at Chama Town Council.
Thank you. Witnesses, starting from my left.
Morning, Chair. Morning, honorable members. Morning, CS and your team. My name is Mashao Gabriel, Director from Eastern Provincial Audit Office. I will request my colleagues to introduce themselves in turn. Thank you.
Good morning, Chair. Good morning, honorable members of the committee. Good morning, CS and your team. My name is Collins Samundelu, the Assistant Director, Eastern Province.
Thank you, Chair. Good morning, everyone. My name is Simon Munyama from the Planning and Research Department, Office of the Auditor General.
Thank you very much. Good morning. My name is Luvinda Sinyani from the Planning and Research Department in the Office of the Auditor General. Thank you.
We can have the Minister of Finance.
Thank you, Chair, and good morning, Chair, once again. Good morning, CS. My name is Ms. Madisawa from Ministry of Finance, representing the
Good morning, Chair, and good morning, honorable members of Jeff, Minister of Finance.
Local government.
Thank you, Chair. Good morning to you. Good morning, honorable members of the committee. Chama Town Council, you are welcome. Good morning to you. My name is Rural Development. Thank you.
Honorable members, good morning, CS and your team. My name is Christopher Mabas.
Good morning, Chair, and good morning, the Office of the
Good morning, Honorable Dr. of Parliament for Kaumbwe constituency in Petauke. Thank you. Councillor Mutetwa Nyambose. It's so a few so that we check auditor. Listen to your it makes you Chama to be more at ease when you have your MP around. Said you can
when we received the document which enabled us to prepare this document, we actually saw the need for us to where I'm from. But by the time we are receiving the documents or the response from the document was submitted here, then we need to prepare an addendum where certain actually appendices can be also
committee to the addendum.
So much, Chair.
Okay.
Expenditure. Okay. Thank you, Chair. I'm being guided here by the DF. On budget income and expenditure, I'll go to management response
cause of
query. Management wishes to acknowledge the observations made by the auditors on the budget, income and expenditure tabled above. However, there was a duplication of figures on the income part of the following lines. At a glance, receipts according to the finance statement 2023 is that 430.71. While figure remains 430.071. This means that the variance was caused due to undisbursed funds rates, as well as deductions such as Zolau and the LASF, which were affected at Chair. It has sensitized all the quarterly budget reviews to ensure that the budget is implemented accordingly. The stated funds above, which were not disbursed by central government, may not be possible because the Appropriation Act, which only allows disbursement of funds only within one particular financial period. However, management has budgeted according under the 2025 budget and will make follow-up to the parent ministry in order for the disbursement of grants in lieu of rates. Attached is Appendix 1, extracts of audited financial statements for 2023 and ministerial guiding on deductions at source. Chair, on number B, annual performance of council. Favorable.
Sorry, CS, you are further requested to skip that.
Okay.
The annual performance. So you can go to. No, you can deal with that one.
Okay.
You can go to. You can go to C. Yeah, management of payroll and other staff-related matters. Failure to deduct NAPSA contributions.
Management response, cause of query. Management wishes to acknowledge the observations made by the auditors on the management of the payroll and other related matters for failure to deduct NAPSA contributions from general workers.
Sorry, CS.
Yes.
I think we should deal with the annual performance of the council. The one you skip is on page 4, deliverable targets and outputs not achieved.
Okay.
Sorry for that.
Thank you so much, Chair. Cause of query. Management wishes to acknowledge the observations made by the auditors revenue. Sorry. Fees and charges. The licenses, levies, then action taken, Chair. Management wishes to report that it intensified its revenue collections strategies for financial task force team task force team updating the revenue database on all council revenues and business community engagement, which resulted in good performance in financial year 2024. According to the budget performance as at 30th September 2024, the following budget lines following records: fees and charges at 63%, licenses 115%, levies 135%. Appendix 2 attached is an extract of the council minutes on council performance as at 30th September 2024. Remedial measure, Chair. Management will ensure that budgets develop Number 2, C here, payroll and other staff-related matters. Failure to deduct NAPSA conditions. Section 15. Of does do with I think I'll just end here. Then action taken, Chair, on this part. Management has since disengaged on the management of payroll and other related matters for failure to deduct NAPSA contributions, wages, contracts did not encompass issues to do with the NAPSA, coupled with the having no bank account numbers, as the wages were considered to be too little. Chair, I wanted to just to end here because we felt I feel this regardless of the amount it is actually still enough. It cannot just be take it because it was too little. So I felt
CS, as we are not following you, you are making a presentation and we have these copies. We are guided. Don't leave out, don't speak to the report, read as it is, because this is what is before us.
Thank you so much.
So the time for interaction will come for you to give that justification that you are giving.
Obliged, Chair. Action taken. Management has since disengaged the practice of paying the general workers outside the payroll, and has since signed contracts with new general workers in accordance with the contracts signed between management and the general workers. Remedial measure, Chair. Management will endeavor. Appendix 1, audit opinion. Management response. Cause of query. Management wishes to acknowledge the observations made by the auditors on the audit opinion. The query was due to management's failure to produce financial statements that were free and fair from material misstatement. This had a negative effect on 2023 financial statement. Action taken, Chair. Management wrote the Office of the Auditor General seeking authority to collect the financial statements for the financial year ended 31st December 2018 to 2022. Management has since collected affected financial statements, and the opinion has been adjusted to unqualified for the affected years. See Appendix 5, Remedial Measure, Chair. Management will ensure the financial statements are prepared and presented in accordance with cash basis, internal public sector accounting, the Local Government Act number 2 of 2019, the Public Finance Management Act number 1 of 2018, and the Local Authorities Accounting Policy LAAPS. Appendix 2, Chair. Budget, funding and expenditure. Cause of query. Management wishes to acknowledge funding and expenditure on the utilization of funds during the period under review due to the late disbursement of the local government equalization fund amounting to 932,092.27, which was received on 31st December 2023, and 325,493 remained as a balance for the construction of the 3 crossing points in Chama North constituency. Action taken, Chair. The council utilized the equalization fund received to pay for salaries and wages, statutory obligations and other operations shortly after receipt of the funds. Appendix 6, remedial measure to ensure that are prudently spent and when they are
skipped. Find attached the bank statements for the district fund and development accounts as well as proof of payment for salaries and wages. Read the statement as it is appearing, then you go to remedial measures.
Thank you, Chair. Find that Appendix 6, find attached the bank statements for district fund and development as well as proof of payment wages. Management to ensure that funds are prudently spent as failure to manage, prepare and valuation law.
Failure to manage or prepare evaluation law.
Thank you so much. It acknowledges the auditor's observation to prepare. This was due to sufficient funds for the exercise, coupled with the variances or discrepancies between the township's plan status on the ground, resulting into the local authority not action. Management province planning of to act in updating the general layout plan of the township. It has correspondent from EPP budget co-secular extract for the 2025 budget. Remedial measure, Chair. Management will ensure that it expedites the process of valuation law, as all the local authorities are now rating authority. Appendix 9, Chair, and retired impressed. Management response. Cause of query. Management acknowledges the auditor's observation and wishes to state that the failure to retire impress at the time of the audit was due to the fact that the receipts and activities reports were not available to auditors due to misfiling. Action taken, Chair. Management has since located the misfiled receipts and activities reports, which have been attached to this appropriate vouchers and are ready for audit verification. See Appendix 8. The receipts and reports for activities conducted. Remedial measure, Chair. Management will ensure that impress is retired within 48 hours after the end of an activity in accordance with the Public Finance Management Act of 2018. Appendix 10, Chair. Irregular cash withdrawals. Cause, management response. Cause of the query. Management auditors and wish to state irregular transactions of cash withdrawal were due to: 1. Only one non-commercial bank, that is not safe, is available in the district, and the other nearest banks that are commercial are in the Lundas, which is about 156 kilometers from our officers, councillors, members of the various committees entitled to allowances, etc., that have accounts with the commercial banks other than NatSafe, to access funds for logistics because of the distance and the cost implication. 2. Delay in bank clearance of transfers and non-check bank transfers and non-checks transactions. NatSafe takes several days to transact, especially for interbanking. This makes it hard to have logistics available on time for officers to attend meetings or implement other programs. 3, Chair. Payment based on attendance. Most of the meetings held within the district, such as council meetings, CDFC meeting, procurement meetings, etc., are paid based on attendance, and after the conclusion of the said meetings, thereby making it difficult for payment to be made by way of bank transfers or checks. Furthermore, despite most of the meetings having been planned for, paying allowances in advance to beneficiaries, bank accounts would have not been prudent, as the payment would have been made on the assumption that all members will attend without fail. Also, payment after meetings could not be made without undue inconvenience and cost implications on the part of the beneficiaries. And the initiation of councillors, insertion as councillors may most likely not be able to access logistics to enable them travel back to their respective homes, thereby incurring further costs in form of delay, which is from home. Number 4, payment of stakeholders without bank accounts. Some of these transactions involved transport refund in respect of meetings which stakeholders who are not council employee, that is CDFC members, WDC members, procurement committee members, traditional leaders, village headmen, etc., who are not in formal employment and had no bank accounts. These stakeholders were paid based on attendance, and after the meeting were expected to return to their respective homes, and therefore paying them through bank account would not have been ideal, as it would have not only inconvenienced us but in additional costs on the stakeholders and the local authorities. It was also difficult for management to request every stakeholder invited to a meeting to open an account. Action taken, Chair. Management wishes to state that it has significantly minimized the practice of drawing cash. Payments are now being made through individual bank accounts for programs that have adequate notices. See Appendix 9, SI number 226 of 2017, Section 4 and 1, and an internal memo and accounts. Appendix 16, Chair, failure to fill vacant positions. Management response. Cause of query, Chair. Management acknowledges the observations made by the auditors and wishes to state that the cited officers lies in salary scales from LGSS 1 to LGSS 12, and the mandate to recruit such officers is with Government Service Commission. Action taken, Chair. Management has continued to submit things to staff-related matters. Further, the positions of the committee clerk, stenographer, system analyst, legal assistant, and the assistant civil engineer, respectively, have since been Service Commission. See Appendix 10. The appointment letters for new officers. Measure, Chair. Management will endeavor to update the Local Government Service Commission on all vacant positions. Appendix 19, Chair. Failure to provide book for movable assets. Cause of management response, cause of query. Management acknowledges the auditor's observations and wishes to state that failure to provide white books for movable assets at the time of audit was due to the fact that the white books were retained by the controller of government transport under the Ministry of Transport and Logistics headquarters at the time when the vehicles were purchased in Lusaka. Action taken, Chair. Management has since requested copies of the white books from the Ministry of Transport and Logistics. See Appendix 11. The correspondences failure to secure a property with title deeds. Management response. Cause query. Management acknowledges the auditor's observation on failure to secure a property deeds. So was the council due to high staff transfers of physical planners and coupled with the lack of funds to pursue the matter. Management has information on all properties that belongs to the council from the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources. Further, management has requested a quotation for that are on the offer. Once funds are available, for the peace. Properties. Response. Cause of query. Management wishes to acknowledge the auditor's observation and wishes to state that failure to maintain council property such as the council houses, is that allocated budget line of 2023 on a periodic maintenance on the council house. Chair, management has since rehabilitated the house and is also developing a maintenance plan for the preservations of properties. See appendix photos of the house. Remedial measure, Chair. Management ensure that a maintenance plan is put in place for all council properties. Appendix number 26, Chair. Failure to dispose of unserviceable motor vehicles. Management acknowledges the auditor's observation and wishes to state that failure to dispose of unserviceable motor vehicles was as a result of the local authority having not initiated the process of disposing of unserviceable motor vehicles. Action taken. Management has since initiated the process of disposal of unserviceable motor vehicles by constituting a committee that will oversee the disposal process. See Appendix 14. Appointed letters of the committee members. Remedial measure, Chair. Management will accelerate the evaluation process and ensure the timely disposal of unserviceable vehicles in compliance with the public financial regulation of 2020. Statutory and other obligations. Management response. Cause of query, Chair. Management wishes to acknowledge the observations made by the auditors and wishes to state that failure to settle statutory obligations was due to financial constraints the local authority is facing. Management has continued to settle statutory obligations with the 2024 budget debt liquidation plan. Let me just read this one again. Action taken. Management has continued to settle statutory obligations with the 2024 debt liquidation plan. Below is liquidation plan. Sorry? Yes. So the table, Chair highlighted here, this is a payment plan which the council came up with. The remedial 15, a right up to the parent ministry to consider increasing the equalization grant, correspondence with the ZRA and NAPSA, and the 2024 and 2025 budget summaries. Remedial measure, Chair. Management will ensure that statutory obligations are prioritized whenever funds are available. Appendix 29, Chair. Failure to settle staff obligations. Management response. Cause of query. Management wishes to acknowledge the observations made by the auditors and wish to state that failure to settle staff obligations were due to financial constraints the local authority is facing. Action taken, Chair. Management has complication of funds. Management response, Chair. Cause of query. Management acknowledges the auditor's observations on misapplication of funds and wishes to state that the funds were borrowed from the capital account in order to address service delivery needs and other day council operations due to the fact that the local government equalization funds was not sufficient to meet salaries and wages and other days operation costs. Action taken, Chair. Management has since requested the CDFC committee through UDC to assist in the completion of the capital projects which were meant to be done using local government equalization 20% capital component, since the capital component has been removed from local government equalization fund. See Appendix 17. The application form from the WDCs to the CDFC committee. Remedial measure, Chair. Management will ensure to complete the capital projects once funds are available. Appendix 31, Management of Local Government Equalization Fund. Management response, cause of query, Chair. Acknowledge the observations made by the auditors and wish to state that failure to manage the 20% capital component of the equalization fund was due to financial constraints and on a low revenue base for the council, and the funds were channeled to service delivery. Action taken, Chair. Since the central government has guided that local authorities will no longer set aside the 20% capital components, or as all the capital projects will now be completed under CDF. See Appendix 17, the application form from the WDCs to the CDF committee. Remedial measure, Chair. Management will ensure to complete the capital projects once funds are available. Appendix, failure to track capital account. Management response. Cause of query. Management wishes to acknowledge the observations made by the auditors and wish to state that failure to transfer 20% capital components was due to financial challenges. Action taken, Chair. The projects meant to be completed under the 2023 20% capital components are now being implemented under CDF. See Appendix 17, the application form WDCs to the CDF committee. Remedial measure, Chair. Capital projects are available. Once funds are approved, sorry, Chair. Appendix 34, Chair. Failure to ensure fire officers. Management response. Of query. Management wishes to acknowledge the auditor's observation and wish to state that failure to ensure officers was due to lack of funds to ensure the officers at the time of audit. Action taken. The officers has since been insured, and the certificates are available for audit verification. See Appendix 8. Ensure officers. Management has since opened a special file for all insurance. This chair marks the. Sorry, Chair, there is another page. This one is blank. The next page. Page 27.
CS, did you go through this report yourselves as a management?
And marine management the author observations and wish to state that lack of rescue ambulance equipment was due to a lack of sufficient funds from local generated revenue and lack of government equalization funds to procure the rescue ambulance to secure the rescue ambulance here. Action taken. The management under the 2024 CDF budgeted delivery ambulances will be procured centrally. Further, management has since written to Ministry to allow Lunda's Council to offload one of the fire engine to Chama Town Council, and the Ministry responded favorably. Furthermore, management has engaged a network service provider for auto-free in this order.
Sorry, CS, for that.
Circular guiding on letter Ministry to engage engage remedial measure. Management will
through you, Chair, I take you to page 11.
Let's go to page 11.
Page 11, unretired accountable impressed. This is a query that has been found with Chama Council. I have a few questions.
Thank you.
I want to find out from Chama Council. They've written actually through the action taken. They are saying management has since located the misfiled receipts and activity reports which have been attached to the appropriate vouchers. The first question is, they are saying that these receipts and vouchers were misplaced. That would be education purposes. When you look at I take you to Appendix 8.
Go to Appendix 8.
When you look at the voucher, whose recipient was supposed to or is supposed to be Luka Masenga, he never received this money, never quitted. Even his NRC was not even recorded here. When you look at the activities that they were undertaking, meaning that this and the of now my question is this part of the amount of I don't know whether you are.
You can go ahead.
Yes.
I see the memo for 30th March 2023.
Yes.
That's the one amounting to 8,000.
Yes, there is another one on 8th July 2024. Request for payment of subsistence allowance.
Yes.
Subject matter: I'm writing to your office requesting a sum of 35,000 as a remaining balance for Chipata workshop on workshop of standardized delivery cutters in order for the health inspector to be assisted on small logistics for him to solve personal family problems at home. So I also ask, because I don't know how this is 35,000 is related, which is under discussion. With those interventions, I wish to submit.
It's a follow-up on the same.
Yeah, it's not a follow-up, it's additional.
Okay.
At the page 11, first, no wonder the report was never signed by Chama Council Secretary. Chair, sir, it's not only signing, even just stamping it. No wonder Even these receipts were there when the auditors were there. You have no date stamp in Chama.
We have, Chair.
Yes, but it's not date stamped. You would have said misfiled or mispressed. Not signed, your report. Not date stamped, no tagging. No wonder there is a blank page that he never saw even himself. CS and your team, take your work seriously. But if you've taken note of that, thank you very much. On top of that, the very first showing number one in total, 8,500. You've not crossed that one. What you crossed is a different thing. Then later down, that's when you said 8,000. So which one is the correct figure? 8,500, which is not crossed, or 8,000 kwacha? Appendix 8, Chair. Which
yes.
one? Do we have the internal auditor in Chama when all things were happening? Then the appendix that we've been referred on to is more than 10,500. That's where you have the other one, 35,000. How do you justify to such? But anyway, maybe there was a blank sheet. Let them clarify. Chair, if it were only given to me with this report not that would have
Chama Council Secretary.
Thank you so much, Chair. I will request the Director of Finance to take up with this position.
DF? CS, your mic should be off. Okay.
Thank you, Chair. The first one, 8,000 is the amount in question, and not the 8,500.
DF, when did you go to Chama?
Chair, in December 2023.
Chair, permission. DF, how many figures are you seeing there? On your first internal memo.
Thank you, Chair. The total should be 8,000, not 8,500. No wonder there was a cancellation of the same, Chair.
Is 8,500 cancelled?
What was cancelled is the 8,500 for luggage. However,
DF is 8,000.
Hello, let us speak through the chair.
Through your chair. Is 8,500 cancelled or not?
8,500 as in the total, it wasn't cancelled, Chair.
Yes.
Before you proceed, I wanted to speak to the internal auditor, the D. What is an imprest?
Thank you, Chair. An imprest, Chair, is the amount which can be requested and used. Then after that, that amount should be...
How soon is it supposed?
Hours.
Correct. Is the travel allowances it is paid at sub allowance?
but that time he was the assistant auditor.
You were the one as the assistant auditor who were passing these payments. Yes or no?
The chair.
Yes or no?
Yes, Chair.
Can you respond to Honorable Kamundo's questions? Then Honorable Mtero's questions. I wanted to establish this. And the Commission is watching, the Minister of Law Government is watching. This is a very bad report. We shall want to interrogate it in detail. A simple question to the DF. Did you cancel this figure? You are going round in circles. To Honorable Kamundo's question.
Yeah?
No. The first question.
On the
Is the 35,000 part of the evidence to show that part of the evidence you have referred it to as that the evidence for 10,000 which was impressed 1,500 kwacha and accounted 10,500 kwacha, then you have attached evidence which was not there during the time of audit as 35,000 kwacha that you were claiming. 8,000 kwacha. There is 3,000 vouchers. There is a voucher for 4,500, for 4,450. If you leave out the memo for 35,000, let's keep. I want you, DF, to be taken, and the auditor. To collect you are remaining with 2,500. Now let's go to the next voucher. It's for 4,550.
Chair, of course the first chair is a 3,000. 3,000.
Yes. So, Council Secretary, what are you telling this committee with this report that you are giving us? The first question we asked when you skipped, you had attached a blank page, which you realized you had a blank page. I asked a question. Did you go through this report as Chama Council, Town Council Management Team? Did you go through it?
Thank you so much, Chair. Chair, we went through this report.
All of you?
Yes, what happened, Chair, on that page?
No, I'm just saying yes, all of you.
Yes.
DF was there.
This team, actually, we went through the report.
And you saw that what you are attaching as justification for the 10,000 was even more than that. And you had all the piece that was okay? Yes.
Chair, on that that other attachment we are talking about 35,000 kwacha, Chair, I think it was an oversight, Chair, in this report.
So I'm just asking you, yes. This team, Chama Council, Town Council team, you went through this report. And when you went through this report, none of you could see. What a coincidence. Is it true if you went through it as a serious team, you went through this? You were pointing at auditors to have been unfair to you, that they didn't, you had the documents. Now you have brought these documents. Now we have these documents. And the one who voted for the 10,500 which was impressed, my council secretary, our council secretary.
No, Chair, thank you so much. I think what you have actually attached does not properly addressing the issue, because the issues, the documentation is actually, I think we did not pay much attention to look at the appendices collectively.
Why?
So, are you the information that is not accurate, so that we should remove it from this document?
Before you add, that is a very critical point.
Thank you, Chair. The attachment to pertaining to the information is not accurate because it's not properly scrutinized by ourselves.
Who was supposed to scrutinize it?
Very sorry, it was ourselves, Chair.
Honorable member. Honorable Mulunda, then okay.
Honorable Chairperson, we want to establish the reason why they did this. This should not be by mistake now. When you look at the first voucher, when you are trying to interrogate them on the vouchers, we are looking at a 10,500. Others have been signed. Others have not even been signed. For 8,000. Did the receiver get the money?
No.
There's no signature here. So that is one of the issues that we should be looking at. And also, when you look at the activity report, which they've referred to, the same council secretary never even endorsed, never even allowed it, authorized it. He didn't sign. So if they really looked at this, why these gaps?
Chair, I seek your indulgence.
Let's allow Honorable Mulunda before Mtego
I
comes.
seek your indulgence, Chair. I don't know whether we should now proceed at this stage. Because at the end of it, CS and his team may disown this report to say, after all, I never signed, I never did stamped, but they went ahead the report.
CS, last year you were the acting CS. If you take record of this committee, you Chama council appearing, it's the same tradition and same. So, I don't know. Honorable members, let us recess for 2 minutes. Chama council give us room.
Good morning. Thank you so much for still being with us on Parliament Television. The Committee on Local Government Accounts has gone on a short break, and they are receiving submissions from Chama Town on the consideration of the report of the Auditor General on the audit of the accounts of local authorities for the financial year ended 31st December 2023. And so we expect the committee to continue receiving submissions from Chama Town Council after the short break. Just now we look at some of the committees that have been sitting, and they have concluded their meetings. We had a Committee on National Security and Foreign Affairs, which sat from 27th January to 7th February in Committee Room 3, and they were considering rather the review of the state of infrastructure in defense forces. We also had a Committee on Legislation and Internal Agreements, which sat from 27th January to 7th February 2025 in Thomas Williams, and they were looking at the review of the implementation of the African Continental Free Trade Area Agreement. We also had a committee on agriculture, lands and natural resources, which sat from 27th January to 7th February 2025 in Fanyanga, Mulikita, and they were considering the impact of climate change in Zambia. We also had a committee on national guidance and gender matters, which sat from 27th January to 7th February 2025 at the Media Center, and they were considering the operations of the Department of National Guidance and Religious Affairs. And we also had a committee on transport, works and supply, which sat also from 27th January to 7th February 2025 in committee room 5. These were considering the review of the railway transport in Zambia, and a committee on youth, sport and child matters sat from 27th January to 7th February 2025 in committee room 4. We are looking at the review of government's intervention on extremism in Zambia, and so these are just some of the committees that sat and have concluded their meetings, and committees that are currently sitting and receiving submissions from different witnesses. We have a Public Accounts Committee, which started sitting mid-February and will conclude their meetings end of March 2025, looking at Treasury minutes and state of Bodies, which started end of June, be concluding their meetings in 2020, considering the audit report of 2023. We also have the Planning and Budgeting Committee, which started sitting in February 2025, and they will conclude their meeting the 2025. We also have Committee on National Economy, Trade and Labor Matters, which is being broadcasted live on Parliament Radio, and is considering the Geological and Minerals Development Bill, National Assembly Bill number 33 of 2025. And the committee that is being broadcasted live on Parliament Television is the Committee on Local Government Accounts, and it has gone on a short break, and it is receiving submissions from Chama Town Council. So keep watching Parliament Television. Good morning.